Hi there, this is Kelly McClellan and we're here at Getting Still Studios. In today's class, we're going to be doing a basic flow called a sun salutation. This is a pretty common flow in a yoga practice where we move the spine, we move the muscles and the lymph throughout the body. Just kind of a warming up sequence that you might find in a yoga practice. And so we're going to explore a basic sun salutation A, and we will find out how that feels in our bodies. And then we will do something at the end that I really love to do. I love to attach the Lord's Prayer to a sun salutation. So when we attach the Lord's Prayer to the sun salutation, we can embody this prayer that Jesus taught us to pray. And I think you will find that the movements for the sun salutation really do embody the Lord's Prayer. When we lift our arms and we say, "Our Father who art in heaven," we are really exclaiming with our hands that our Father is in heaven. So my hope is that you'll enjoy this practice, that you will, I invite you just to linger in the postures as long as you need to. Sometimes with these prayers that we learn from memory, we can get into just saying them without really remembering what the words mean. So my invitation to you is, as you're moving through this embodied prayer, that you would be able to just marinate in the meaning of the words that you're saying and allow your body to really be filled with that meaning. And so I hope you enjoy today's practice, and I will see you on your mat. So just come to the top of your mat. Go ahead and establish your feet on the earth. Spread the toes and make the line from the big toe to the pinky toe as wide as possible. See if you can find four corners in your feet, pressing down to the base of the big toe, the base of the pinky toe, the inner and outer heel. Just allow yourself to land there. And then stack your knees over your ankles and your hips over your knees. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Shoulders over hips. And then just allow the crown of the head to reach right up toward the ceiling, stacking the head on top of the shoulders. Take a minute here to feel the firm foundation of the earth below you. Start to notice the breath as it moves into the body and as it moves out of the body. And as you inhale, press down into your feet and grow the crown of the head up toward the heavens. And as you exhale, feel the breath moving from the crown of the head back through the body, pressing down into the earth. So we're starting to make this connection of energy or breath, inhaling from the base of the feet, through the body and up out through the crown of the head. Feel this length in the spine. And exhale, feel the breath move all the way back down. Let the shoulders soften away from your ears, pressing your feet down into the mat. So let each inhale lengthen the spine, even if it's just a micro movement. And let each exhale establish a firm foundation in the feet. Strengthen the muscles. So focusing on the lengthening aspect of the breath here. And then we're going to bring our attention to the expanding aspect of the breath. So thinking about the lungs as they expand in the rib cage. Feel the rib cage expand 360 degrees. And as you exhale, feel the rib cage contracting, pulling everything back into the center line. Pull the belly button tight toward the spine. Squeeze that last bit of breath out. Inhaling, feeling the expansion in the lungs and the rib cage, maybe even in the cells. Exhale, feel the contraction. Just allow the inhales to bring in whatever it is that you need for this moment. And let your exhales move away anything that you don't need, anything that you're carrying that you're not meant to carry. On your next inhale, let's see if we can mirror the lungs in our breath. Inhaling, taking your hands out to the side. And when the lungs are at their fullest capacity, arms right over shoulders. And as you exhale, let the hands come out to the side, bring them back down to the sides of the body. So inhale, palms facing up, pressing down into the earth, lengthening through the spine, expanding 360 degrees. And exhaling, contracting through the lungs, letting go of the breath, pressing down into the feet, hands settle down by the sides. So I want you to move at your own pace, just mirroring the breath in the lungs. So think about the breath in the lungs just like you would your gas gauge. And as you inhale at the fullest point in your lungs, your arms are right overhead. And as you exhale, when your lungs are as empty as they possibly could be, your hands are down by your sides. So this is just an exploration of proprioception. Proprioception is just recognizing where our body is in space at any given time. And this might even be harder than you think because our mind wants to kick in and to tell us where to put our arms, but you're really listening inwardly to notice where's the breath in my lungs and let that inform where your arms might be. So let's do 2 more like this. And when you're finished, we'll all meet with hands in heart center. And we're going to move into a basic sun salutation today. So we'll do it 2 times through, and then we're going to put words to it. So on your next inhale, hands come out to the side, pressing down into the feet, lift all the way up. Find length in the body. And as you exhale this time, you're going to fold in half. Bend your knees if you need to, but find your forward fold. On an inhale, you're going to come up halfway, find a flattened back. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands to the mat, step the right foot back and the left foot follow. Find plank of your choice. So take 3 deep breaths here, maybe coming onto the knees, maybe holding right here in plank. Let it be strong, building heat. At the end of your 3 breaths, you're going to drop down onto your knees. Find knees, chest, chin. So lift the tailbone up. Let the heart come in between the thumbs and the chin come to the chest, elbows hugging into your sides. And then on your next inhale, slide your way through into a baby cobra. So let's do this 3 times. Inhale, lower yourself down. And as you exhale, press into the tops of your feet, lifting up. Keep the shoulder blades back and down. Hands alongside of your ribs. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale as you squeeze and lift. And one last time, inhale, lower down. And exhale, squeeze and lift. Good. Inhale, lower down. This time, curl your toes under, press your knees into the mat, lift your hips. And as you exhale next time, press back into either child pose or down facing dog. You get to choose. So 3 deep breaths here, pressing into the roots of your fingers, especially the pointer finger and your thumb, taking the outsides of your arms, the tricep sides, rolling them towards your cheekbones, broaden your shoulders, pull your low ribs in and firm your quadriceps. Shift your hips all the way back. On your next inhale, take your gaze towards your hands and slowly walk your feet to your hands, finding that forward fold again. And then you're going to bend your knees. Start to stack yourself up 1 section of the spine at a time on your next inhale. And then exhaling, roll the shoulder blades back and down. Find your hands in heart center. So let's do that again, maybe a little quicker this time. Inhale, press down into your feet, lift your hands out to the side, arms overhead. And exhale, finding your forward fold. Bend the knees if you feel uncomfortable in the low back. Inhale, come up halfway, get long through the spine. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Step the left foot back this time. Right foot follows. Finding your plank. 3 breaths here. So you can come down with knees, chest, chin like we did last time. You can come down in chaturanga, which is more difficult. So choose wisely. On your next exhale, elbows stay into your waist wherever you are. Slowly lower yourself down. And inhale, release the tops of the feet to the mat. Elbows moving in towards the ribs as you reach up for your cobra. Maybe you find a little bit more space this time. And exhale, releasing down, curling the toes under, pressing back either into child pose or down facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. So find movement if you need to find movement. Think about pressing from the hands, and from the hands, reaching the hips all the way to the back edge of the mat. So find that length in the torso. If you need to bend your knees here, feel free to bend the knees if the hamstrings are talking to you. Shake your head out, ears alongside of your upper arms. And on your next inhale, take your gaze towards your hands. Slowly walk your feet to the hands. And exhale when you get there. Inhale, pressing into the feet, bend the knees and start to stack yourself up one section of the spine at a time. Exhale, roll the shoulder blades back and down. Hands come into heart center. So this time, I want you just to take a minute here in mountain pose. Let's just work a little bit of balance. So play with the idea of pressing into your right foot. Strengthen the right leg. Maybe you can bring that left knee into your chest. Hands holding on to the left knee. And then play with the idea of maybe taking your left hand and reaching that left knee back behind you. Over to the side. Over to the left. Just notice how the balance feels. Just gather information. And then when you're ready, bring that left knee back to center. Place the left foot back down on the mat. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, strengthen through the left foot, left leg. And as you get permission in your body, pulling your right knee into your chest. And just asking permission, how would it feel to take the right hand and reach that right knee over to the right. So your left hand can be on your left hip, or maybe you can extend it out to the side, whatever feels comfortable. Maybe you need to find a wall. Good, go ahead and come back through center. We're going to do this one more time, but I'm going to give you an option. So this time you can either keep your knee bent, or if it feels comfortable, you might find a strap or a towel, or you might be able to wrap your peace fingers around your big toe. So this may or may not happen for you, so you just need to ask permission and listen to what your body tells you. Let's play with the idea of pressing down into your right foot. Find your steadiness and your strength. And when you're ready, start to bring your left knee into your chest. So assess here, how would it feel to stay here? Maybe you could try to extend that left leg out using a strap or your fingers around that left foot. Maybe the right hand comes to your right hip. And on your exhale, start to bring that left foot over to the left. So keep the right hip steady and strong. Externally rotate that left hip. So the sit bones will be reaching down towards the mat. And slowly, in your own time, try to come out of it before you fall out of it, bringing that left knee forward or the left foot forward, and place the left foot back down on the mat. Nice job. So go ahead and shake that out. Just remembering that yoga teaches us the ability to be able to see a thing without judging it. So noticing what your response was, what you were able to do or what you were not able to do, and see if you could just let go of that. Neither one of those responses is helpful in a yoga practice. And let's move over to the other side, just remembering that different sides tell different stories. And when you're ready, press down into your left foot. Start to strengthen your left leg and bring your right knee into your chest. Just taking a moment here to ask permission. How would it feel to find your peace fingers around the big toe or maybe the strap around the foot, and extend that right foot out in front. And then in your own time, with your left hand on your hip or out to the side, slowly rotate the right foot over to the right, really extending through the right heel, pressing down into the left leg, and in your own time, bring that right knee back to center and set that right foot back down on the mat. Nice job. Shake that out. So let's move back to the sun salutation, and this time add the Lord's Prayer. So when you're ready, find mountain pose. And on your next inhale, reach your arms overhead. Our Father, who art in heaven. Exhaling, folding yourself in half. Hallowed be thy name. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back into your plank. 3 breaths. So the next verse is to say, on earth as it is in heaven. I want you to think about heaven coming to earth here. So slowly lowering down in your version of plank. On earth as it is in heaven, Father. Inhale, moving forward into your cobra. So roll the shoulder blades back and down. Open your heart. Give us this day our daily bread. Exhale, coming down, curling your toes under, pressing back either into child pose or down facing dog. And forgive us our trespasses, Father, as we forgive those who trespass against us. 3 deep breaths here. Just take a moment and ask the Holy Spirit just to illuminate any place that you might be holding on to trespass. And on your next inhale, take your gaze to your hands. Slowly walk your feet forward and lead us not into temptation. Exhaling, folding in half, but deliver us from evil. And on your inhale, press down into the earth, bend your knees, start to stack your way up. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Exhale, roll the shoulder blades back and down, hands to heart center. Amen. So holding here in this mountain pose. And thinking about these words not only being words in our mouths, but maybe we could even, as we say this to ourselves, saying this prayer with me, but maybe even saying it in your own words, and let this be not words just from the mouth, but from your heart, from your very heart. So when you're ready, we'll do it again. Inhale, pressing down into the earth, lifting the arms overhead. Our Father who is in heaven. Exhale, folding yourself in half. Holy is your name. Inhale, come up halfway, flatten your back. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Bring your will and your reign in your ways. Exhaling, setting your hands down on the mat, stepping the left foot back and the right foot follows. Finding your plank. On earth as it is in heaven, slowly lower yourself down. So let the chest hit before your belly. Inhale, finding your cobra. Give us what we need today, Father. And exhale, pressing back into child pose or down facing dog. And forgive us our debts as we forgive others. And taking a minute here just to pause. And with a heart ready to see and hear what God has to say, asking in earnestness, are there areas, Father, that I haven't forgiven debts? On your next inhale, take your gaze towards your hands. Slowly start to walk your feet to your hands and lead us, Father, in your ways. Establish our steps. And exhale and protect us from evil. Inhale, start to stack your way up, bending the knees if you need to, because you are the power and the glory forever and ever and ever and ever. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Amen. Just take a minute here to linger. I'm going to leave you here. Maybe you can do a couple of these on your own, just matching the movements and just allowing this to be the plea of your heart. This is the prayer that Jesus teaches us to pray, so we know we can't get it wrong. And let every part of your being really reach out to reach for the Lord in this prayer. So I thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing this practice. And I'll see you again. Namaste.